Okay, welcome again. And now we will continue our discussion with Bernoulli equation. Okay, so previously we have discussed linear equation. So if you haven't watched that, please watch the other video and start with linear equation. And now we have Bernoulli equation. And in Bernoulli equation, it is a unique type of equation, no? Na eventually, after analyzing if or converting yung Bernoulli equation natin, it will resolve or we need the equation, the solution for linear equation. Okay? So, yung form niya is as follows. So, meaning, yung left side natin is linear in y. Okay? Kasi first derivative lang tayo and yung y natin is raised lang sa 1. Pero yung right side natin, independent variable natin is raised to a certain value or a value greater than 1. So, hindi na siya linear. Kaya kailangan i-eliminate natin yung yn. Ayan. Okay? Or i-represent natin siya into another form. So, yung gagawin natin, ipuput natin siya sa Bernoulli form. So, which is ito. Nagkameron lang ng yn dito, no? Yung sa linear equation natin, wala siyang yn. Yan na yung linear equation natin. Then we need to multiply both sides of the equation by y raised to negative n. So whichever is yung exponent nung y, yung dependent variable y mo na mayroong exponent greater than 1, multiply natin. So makikita natin, para ma-eliminate yon, malilipat dito ngayon yung values na yon. Okay? And then magle-let tayo ng y is equals to raise dun sa ano natin. Kung ano yung nandito sa second term natin. Yun yung ile-let mo equal to z. And then get the derivative of z with respect to y. So pag kinuha mo yun, that is dz. Okay? So we have y is equals to negative n plus 1. Y raised to negative n plus 1 is equals to z. So pag kinuha natin derivative niya, that is dz is equals to yung negative n plus 1. So, y negative n plus 1 minus 1. Okay? The y. Okay? Pag simplify natin, dz is equals to negative n plus 1 y raised to negative n dy. And do sa original equation natin, nandun to, no? Ito yan. Itong numerator natin. So actually, si y negative n dy, we can represent as dz over negative n plus 1. That's why we have it here. Dito, no? Ayan. So, we can represent that as dz. Okay? And then, ayan, sa-substitute natin dito to make it linear in z. Okay? So once linear in z na siya, ipa-follow na din natin yung same na condition sa linear equation. So to better understand that, we need to apply sa example na directly so that we can follow yung step prescribed dito. Okay? So let's start off with the first example. Okay, so we have solved the equation dy over dx minus y is equals to xy squared. Okay, so yan yung solution natin. So una, okay, i-check muna natin yung form natin. So dy yung dependent natin, so ang gagamitin nating form is dy over dx plus p of x, y, and then meron lang tayong yn, q of x. Okay, so gawin natin ganyan yung form natin. So we have dy over dx. Yung dito, magagawin kong plus negative 1 y is equals to y squared x. Okay? So, Ito is our dy dx. This is our p of x. This is our y. This is our y raised to n. And then this is our q of x. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, in Bernoulli form na siya. Okay? Yung first step natin, sabi, identify natin yung, o multiply natin, o i-isolate natin yung y squared dito sa side na to. Lilipat natin sa left side. To do that, we have to multiply both sides by y negative 2. Okay? So, y negative 2 dy over dx plus negative y times y negative 2 is equals to x na lang to. Simplify natin, we have y negative 2 dy over dx minus y negative 1 is equals to x. So, ayan na yan. Okay? And then, kung ano yung nasa second term natin dito, okay, kahit hindi natin isama muna yung sign or pwede natin sama or basta hindi kayo malilito. Bawa, let natin na z is equals to negative y negative 1. Okay? So pag differentiate natin yan, this is dz is equals to negative times negative 1 y negative 2 dy. So pag simplify natin, dz is equals to y negative 2 dy. Okay? And y negative 2 dy is ito yun. Ano? So we can change that into z. So this is z over dx. And then, ito is ito. No? So plus z is equals to x. Okay? So ngayon, linear niya siya in x. So ano yung magiging p of x natin? So parang naging form natin ngayon is dz over dx plus p of x z is equals to q of x. Kaya siya linear in z. Ngayon, since ganyan na yung form natin, paano makukuha yung integrating factor? Integrating factor will be equal saan? So, equal siya sa e raised to px dx. 1 lang yung coefficient natin, so that is dx. Okay? Or e raised to x. So meaning, we need to multiply yung ating linear z. So ito, yung linear z natin into multiply natin ang integrating factor natin na ex. Okay? So, dz over dx plus z is equals to x. Multiply natin ng ex. So, we have multiply na din natin ng dx para ma-eliminate yung denominator. Ex dx, mawawala na yun. Dz na lang dito. Plus ex z dx is equals to x dx. And what can you say about this terms, no? So, meron tayong unang term, dz. So, ibig sabihin na meron nag-differentiate ng dz. Eh dito, z lang yung meron. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng yun yung dinerive, no? Na z. And then, dito sa kabila, meron tayong x. So, nag-derive tayo ng x. So, sa kabila ng equation, meron tayong ex. Ano ba ang derivative ng exponential? EU du. So, kung EU du, meron tayong ex, tapos ang derivative ng x ay dx. So, yun yung kasama niyang form. Okay? So, x dx. So, ibig sabihin yung exact differentials niya. Okay? So, pag chinek natin, d ng z ex. So, z times ex dx. So, derivative ng product, ha? Then we have ex dz, which is exactly the same nito. Ito ay the same nito. Okay, kaya exact differential siya. So we have exz, okay, exz is equals to x squared over 2 plus c. Okay? Pero hindi pa dyan natatapos ngayon. Okay? Once you have that, wait, may mali pa ako na, no? Hindi pa diretso. So ito is hindi lang x dx to. That is x ex dx, no? Kasi nag-multiply nga pala tayo ng ex dx. So yung left side, pwede na siya makuha as d yung ano natin, differentials natin na z ex, no? Itong kabila, we need to perform what uh, what procedure. So wala siyang direct na na integral si ex pag hindi siya pwedeng eu du kasi si dapat ex dx lang. So we can perform integration by parts muna, no? So kunin natin yung integration by parts, no? So we have x ex dx. So assume natin na iba, fina-follow natin again is L a liat, no? So logarithmic, inverse, algebraic, trigonometric, tsaka exponential. So kung alin dyan yung mauna dito na order, yun yung pipiliin mo as U. So meron tayong exponential last yun. Meron tayong algebraic tsaka exponential. So algebraic yung una. So lelet mo na Q is equals to X. Okay? Then ang dv mo is equals to EX dx. Okay? So du is equals to dx. So V is equals to EX dx ay EX. Okay? So formula ng integration by part is UV minus integration ng V du. So that is X EX minus integration ng V EX du dx. Okay? So pag simplify X EX, this is negative EX. So yun yung magiging solution nito. This is D ZEX. So pag in-integrate natin, that is equals sa ZEX is equals to XEX minus E of X. And as you can see, E of X is common sa lahat ng ano natin, lahat ng ating term, no? Pero may nalilimutan tayo ditong plus C. Okay? So pwede natin actually i-multiply na E negative X yung whole equation natin. So this will be Z is equals to X minus 1 plus CE negative X. Okay? So meron na tayo niyan. Pag meron na tayo niyan and we cannot do anything anymore, we can now substitute back yung value ni Z. Okay, which is ito. So negative y negative 1 is equals to x minus 1 plus c e negative x. And then, simplify na lang natin yan. So we can multiply both sides of our equation by y para mawala yung y negative 1. So this will be try kong negative y para mawala yung negative sign doon. So this is y is equals to negative xy plus y plus CE negative xy. So that is our final solution dito sa Bernoulli equation na given natin. Okay? So, recap natin yung step. First step is to get the Bernoulli form. And then once you have that, identify yung may squared mo. And then, kailangan mo siyang ma-eliminate doon or ilipat sa kabilang side. Kaya nag-multiply ka ng iba ang exponent. Once you do that, you have this, no? And then dito, pag sinimplify, yung second term natin, ilalat natin as z. Okay? Once nilalat natin siyang z, kunin natin yung derivative nito. So we have dz is equals to negative times negative 1 times yan. And then, we can now have a value na pwedeng i-substitute dito sa numerator na to. No? So, y negative 2 dy is equals to dz. Kaya naging dz na yun dito. Over dx plus yung negative y raised to negative 1 is equals to z. Kaya ito yun. Okay? Kaya ito yung naging linear equation natin in z. Okay? Then kunin natin integrating factor, nakuha natin e of x. Okay? And then, yung integrating factor na yun, minultiply natin dun sa linear equation na natin in z. Minultiply din natin ng dx para ma-eliminate yung dx dun sa denominator. Okay? So makukuha natin ex dz plus ex z dx equals to x ex dx. And then yung left side natin, that is the exact differential nung ZEX. Or pag kinuha natin ang different derivative ng product ng ZEX, we will come with this value or this particular expressions, no? Kay exact differential. Then si x ex dx, para makuha yung integration niya, kailangan mo na integration by parts. Okay? So ito yung integration by parts natin. In-identify natin yung uv tsaka vdu, in-apply natin doon sa formula, and then we arrive with x ex minus ex, which is na-substitute natin dito. Then don't forget yung ating integration constant or constant of integration. Then to simplify this, we multiply by e raised to negative x para mag-cancel out yung mga ex dito. So nalipat lang siya dito sa c. Okay? And then, since nag-let tayo ng value ni z dito, isa-substitute back natin siya dito. Okay? And to eliminate lang yung value nung y dito. So dito pala dapat hindi na siya y, no? Dapat siya ay 1 na lang. Yeah. So 1 is equals to yeah. Okay? So kapag simplify nyo, that will be our final answer. Okay? Okay, so let's try another one. We have dy dx plus 1/3 y is equals to 1/3 times 1 plus 3x y to the 4th. Okay? So, identify natin. So, ito is yung ating dy over dx. Okay? Ang kasunod natin sa general formula ay p of x, y, tapos yn, p of x. Okay? So, dito, yung y, ito na yon. So, ito, ibig sabihin yung 1/3 natin is our p of x. Okay? And then, dito, yung y raised to 4, yan yung ating yn. So, ibig sabihin itong kabuuan tong equation na to, that is our q of x. Okay? So, once we identify that, ang kailangan lang is ilipat natin si yn dun sa kabila. Or multiply natin ng y negative n, yung ating full equation. Okay? 1/3, 1 plus 3x, y to the 4th. Then, multiply natin both side by y negative 4. Okay? So, negative y negative 4 dy over dx plus 1/3 y times y negative 4 is equals to 1/3 1 plus 3x. Okay? Simplify. Y negative 4 dy over dx plus 1/3 y negative 3 is equals to 1/3 1 plus 3x. Okay? So, lela tayo ng z is equals dun sa nasa gitna nating term. Okay, ito. So, 1/3 ng y negative 3. So, pag kinuha natin yung derivative niya, that is dz is equals to 1/3 times negative 3 y negative 4 dy. Okay? So, cancel to. This is dz is equals to y negative 4 dy. Okay? Which is exactly equal dito. So, pwede natin represent as dz yun. Okay? So, ngayon, magigito dz over dx plus z is equals to 1/3 1 plus 3x. Okay? So, ngayon, linear in z na siya. Okay? Linear in z. So, what will we do? Kailangan is double check natin yung sign, no? So, this is may negative siya dito. Okay? So, kailangan divide natin by negative. Ibig sabihin, negative dz pala dapat ito. Para mag-siyang y negative 4 dy. So, may negative dito. Okay? So, kailangan, i-ano natin lahat sa, gagawin natin positive. So, this will be negative z. Negative 1 z is equals to negative uh, or pwede gawin natin is ito, multiply na natin ng negative 3. Okay? So, this will be hindi naman natin kailangan yung 3. So, by negative 1 lang. Sige. Ulitin lang natin. dx plus negative 1z is equals to negative 1/3 1 plus 3x. Okay? So, para ito yung ating p of x para sa integrating factor. So, ix is equals to e raised to negative dx or e raised to negative x. So, yan daw yung multiply natin dun sa ating linear z equation. So, we have dz over dx plus negative 1z equals to negative 1/3 1 plus 3x. Okay? Multiply natin by e negative x. Okay? So, e negative x and dx din para mawala yung dx din.